Yo, peace. Today, just want to shout out everybody who is going to see this video in advance. I hope this information can help you. Let me make sure I am heard, because yesterday my live seemed to go in and out a lot, and I don't want to waste my time or the content that can be recreated from this live. So, to start out, my business is called Pathway to Legacy LLC. Pathway to Legacy, it's our mission to help people reconnect to their own personal power, their purpose, as well as their creative nature by transforming the problem of society, which is being disconnected, right, from themselves and, what they're truly here to be or become. So we take that disconnection and point you in a direction towards alignment. You got to do the work, though. I can't say that, you could just watch videos in my program and magically everything's going to be better for you. You do have to do the work. You have to get in alignment. And then when you're in alignment, you are definitely on your own pathway to legacy, right? So it was a topic of, gratitude, right? So gratitude seems to be like this topic in which, it's easy to say to anybody, right? Like, hey, you're just not appreciative. You need to be grateful, right? But oftentimes our nervous system is not in that place to really practice that. Now, if you're a warrior and you're used to fighting, you're probably in fight or flight a lot. But, you still get used to fighting for what you have to do, right? So the next level of this is that gratitude seems simple to say, but how do we actually get there? Because that is not the first true step, right? So this content is going to be titled, the topic is The Road to Gratitude, okay? This is the Road to Gratitude protocol. So first and foremost, what you have to do, right, to free yourself, because this has a lot to do with the way our life and our experience plays out and the things we get to manifest within it. So just pay close attention. So the great disconnection, has a lot to do with depression and anxiety, all of those different symptoms, numbness, that, it alters our perception, it alters our way of life, and, it's not satisfactory, right? So if you're going through anything, first and foremost, I would say, if you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Let's talk to them, talk to the right people, don't just vent to everybody, but, find somebody who really wants the best for you and has the knowledge or expertise to give you that. So let's say you're going through anxious energy, or you're going through anxiety or depression, or, today you're just feeling numb and you're feeling cold to the world, right? This is the protocol in which you could take, okay? First, whatever that emotion is that you are feeling, I need you to go ahead and name it. I need you to identify it. Is it depression? Is it anger? What is it, right? Name it. The thing about naming how we feel is reflective of our creative power to name and title things, so that way we can deal with them accordingly, right? So once you name whatever feeling you are going through, you then reduce the intensity of that feeling, okay? So first step, name it, okay? You might not want to face it, but you're going to have to name it in order to deal with it, right? So the second step will be to ground yourself physically, right? So that means for at least 1 to 3 minutes, you want to go outside and put your feet on the earth. Okay. We want to do this for at least 1 to 3 minutes of slow, deep breathing, and this will help you ground yourself. Okay. The third step is to now focus in on your breathing. You could do a quick 4 inhale for 4 seconds, outhale for 4 seconds. Right? Simple exercise that you could do. It doesn't take long, right? But then you start doing these breathing patterns. You could do 4 seconds, inhale, exhale. I said outhale. Inhale, exhale, right? You could do 4 seconds, you could do 6 seconds, you could do 8 seconds, you could do however many seconds that your lungs can take, and this exercise can help you. And that's step 3, okay? Step 4, we shift your perception, okay? You have to begin to look and observe outside of yourself. I'm not going to say that, that's what we're supposed to do. But in this instance, we are going to take you out of that inner turmoil and begin to use your eyes. And you will begin to name 3 things, up to 3 things or more that you see with your eyes, okay? Then you will take 2 sounds that you actually hear, okay? Then you will take the feeling that is left after that, okay? And you will look at that. You will start to just look at, everything. And that's going to take you out of that rumination that happens when you harbor all of those feelings. It takes you out that rumination and helps you present a new perception using the sense data around you, right? So that's number 4, right? So we're going to shift out of that and start to use our senses to gain a new perception in that moment. 5 is where you have to begin to reframe your memory, all right? Peace, King. Step 5 is where you have to reframe your memory. So, of course, you went through whatever you might have went through, but after you first acknowledge the state that you was in, then after you do your grounding work, then after you name things in your atmosphere, and do your breathing, you want to jump in, right, to reframe. How this works is you're not downplaying anything that else happened, but you're bringing to your mind, you're bringing to your mind either, something that went right for you, right? Because if it went right for you, that means it feels good. Or if somebody does something nice for you, right? It's just the little things. So you begin to reframe your memory in a way that you now can tap into maybe that a little bit of gratitude that you need, right? Or that's shifting your vibration enough to actually be grateful. So then after that, after you reframe your memory and have this new perspective, you then now want to anchor your body inside of gratitude, all right? You want to focus on a specific gratitude statement. And you want to repeat that statement to yourself because that's going to immediately affect your perception. So you're going to keep repeating that, whether it's inside of you or outside of you. You keep repeating that. And then you let that sink in until your body starts to feel sensations. This is the key, okay? Many people, they try to practice things, but they don't understand that, you have to sit with these thoughts long enough for these sensations to be generated that you could be aware of. A lot of times it's instant, but it's about your awareness. Like, all right, just in general, it's about your awareness, okay? And what I want you to understand is if you say, thank you, I'm grateful, I'm happy, any of those things, come with sensations that run through your body, right? And you have to be aware enough to tap into that and embrace it. Point your perception into those moments so that way that energy is now expanded within inside of you. And so yeah, I just wanted to tap in. Hopefully the sound on this is perfect because I don't want to have to do it over. But I just wanted to keep tapping in and keep giving people this information because, number one, this is what my business is about. But I want to take out a lot of the missing pieces that people need, right? Well, I want to put in the missing pieces that people need to be able to cross these bridges and get to that manifestational creative being that they're supposed to be. So if you feel like this information helps you when you see this, I want to invite you to become a Free Mind affiliate. Basically, for my business, you could promote my business and make up to $150 per referral. Everything is becoming more innovative. So we're always changing. We all, one of the company's main ideas is to be innovative. You know, we're forever changing beings. We shouldn't be stagnant on one idea that's going to have to work for us, anything like that. We could be adaptable. And that's why this information is very important because for personal experiences, we need that adaptability. But even if you have a dream, right? If you have something that means a lot to you and you need to be able to generate the right ideas, you got to be able to generate within inside of yourself even just the most simplest of inspiration for you to move forward. That's why this information is important. So, again, Pathway to Legacy, this is what we're about. I just wanted to tap in so I can make some more content and talk to some more people who definitely needed to hear it. Shout out to the King. B, what's up, bro? I'm glad to see your changes and evolution, bro. I'm glad to see you striving. I know it's not always easy, bro, but that's so dope to see, bro. You know what I mean? So keep going, bro. But yeah, peace and bless. I'll be back through. Make sure y'all check out the website, join the affiliate. You don't have to join the course at all to be an affiliate, all right? But if you want to join the course and be able to tap into different ways to become more grounded and more connected, then, you know, it's there for you. And with simple 2 referrals, it'll pay for your whole course, anything that you do with the company. So peace to everybody. Y'all have a blessed day. Be blissful and expansive and creative and be the greatest authentic version of yourself that only you can be and the world needs. Peace.